that looks at, that says a life spent making mistakes is not only more honorable. A life spent making mistakes is not only more honorable, but more useful than a life spent doing nothing. In other words, what we are doing here, we will make mistakes, but we are trying to be more honorable than doing nothing at all. So my talk is going to be looking at trends, trends in research, trends in particularly interdisciplinary research. So this is one forum where we could discuss these things, where we could organize ourselves and look at interdisciplinary collaboration. So in my view, interdisciplinary research could mean approaching research questions from the perspective of more than one discipline simultaneously, thereby bridging the disciplines where disciplines are defined by their conceptual specificity. Therefore, the encounter between different conceptual structures is the core of interdisciplinary research. To understand the world today, it has seemed necessary to analyze it by breaking it into many pieces, that is, disciplines and their own subdivisions. But to act in the world, to try to address the issues for the understanding of which highly specialized knowledge was presumably sought, we need to somehow reassemble all the pieces, hence the need for interdisciplinary research teams. So what we are saying is, we are trying to understand the problems of the world, but we cannot just have one size fits all. We need to understand it in pieces, that is under prescribed disciplines and their divisions. But then to take action into solving these, we need to reassemble, put these disciplines again together so that we can understand the big picture. That's why we need interdisciplinary collaboration research teams. There are some, in my view, conditions that we need to look at. For example, a common language and culture may need to be established in terms of what the teams want to do. The definition of roles, duties, amongst other issues, need to be done. It has been established that disciplinary boundaries are most thoroughly transcended when members of various disparate fields develop a common language that facilitates a conceptual framework. So what we are saying is, when the members of disparate or different fields, they develop a common language, then there is facilitation of a shared conceptual understanding. This organization, this conference, is a collaborative institutional platform in the making. So we see that institutions have become another important environmental condition favoring interdisciplinarity. There is a need for building of an institutional platform for collaboration nationally, regionally, and internationally. An infrastructure of research organizations, academic journals, funding committees, and informal networks of researchers that actively foster interdisciplinary research is needed as of yesterday. Several research institutions have organized themselves expressly to promote interdisciplinary research, and research funding institutions have typically endorsed interdisciplinary structures. So we also need to look at transparency of data, and research methodologies. Say, traditional leaders have an obligation to make their procedures transparent, but interdisciplinary teams, while they report methods of data collection and analysis, they seldom report the methods they employ in the process of achieving interdisciplinary collaboration itself. So, not reporting the methods of collaboration can make it difficult for others to assess the reliability, validity, or trustworthiness of data collection and inferences, and to build on the methods of earlier teams. So other researchers should be able to follow the process of collaboration and the decisions made during inquiry. This allows them to map out how they might attempt to replicate studies or choose to carry out collaboration differently. So we have looked at the requirements just for understanding's sake. We need a common language and culture of collaboration. We need a collaborative institutional platform, which is what, in my view, Eudoxia Research University is trying to achieve. We also need to emphasize on the transparency of the data and the research methods so that we can increase the reliability, validity, and trustworthiness of the data that is collected and the inferences, or in other words, the findings. This is possible, or this would make it possible for other people to look at collaboration by replication or by a modification. How can this be done? If you read REPCO, for example, REPCO 2008 and others, they propose common broad steps in carrying out interdisciplinary research. The first one being, let's identify and justify an interdisciplinary research question. Let's guide the researchers to identify relevant phenomena, relevant problems, theories, methods, and disciplines. Can we evaluate disciplinary insights? That is, identify conflicts between insights and their sources amongst the disciplines. After that, then we should be able to create or discover common ground in which the final steps require reflection, testing the insights, and communication of methods and results. So, what is the way forward for us here as INFES 2022, as well as Eudoxia Research University and Center? I would say that the way forward starts with the fact that Eudoxia Research University, USA, in partnership with the Eudoxia Research Center, is one vehicle to sharpen our skills and shape our destiny in terms of research scholarship. I want to encourage everyone here present to look around you and think about identifying like-minded persons Think about identifying like-minded persons, network, build and foster collegial working relationships. Let's think about identifying those that are, in the same area, in the same field. Let's network with these people. Let's build and nurture collegial working relationships out of respect, out of understanding, out of the love for research. Another issue that I see, especially with university posts or advertisements, is membership to professional associations. So I was just looking at that, with a view of interdisciplinary research, how we can sharpen our skills and shape our destiny. The thing here is to join. Let's join professional associations, which will lead to more collaborative engagements. I am not very much aware about professional associations in India, but in Southern Africa, for example, there is one called SAMSTE, which is Southern African Association of Researchers in Mathematics, Science and Technology Education, for example. That is like a SADC organization. They even have African Journal of Science Education. So I feel that if we join professional associations, this will lead to more collaborative engagements, which I think will lead to refined, comprehensive research reporting. And this way, hopefully we can speak to power and influence decision-making and practice in our communities. I want to repeat that collaboration, interdisciplinary research is very, very important in today's age, because we want research that informs decision-making in governance, for example. So if we are organized interdisciplinary-wise, we will hopefully speak to power and influence decision-making and practice within our communities. And with that, I thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. And that was incredible presentation. I wanted to share with our researchers that with the process of collaboration, mutual understanding, signing MOU, we are encouraging the world-class academicians to work together. This is very important, the demand of present situation. My presentation is also coming towards this one, whenever I will make my presentation. And I want to share here that our Dr. Caleb Moyo, sir, the Dean from Legal Services University, Newcastle, United States of America, make the present, which will create, I think, that more and more collaboration, more and more researchers will work together. They will join their heart to find out the solution of the existing problem. That was mind-blowing, I think, that the presentation. I would like to appreciate you, sir, with the big hand from our side for your such a wonderful presentation, incredible presentation in this platform. Please give the big hand to our Dr. Caleb Moyo, sir, the Dean from Legal Services University, Newcastle, United States of America. Thank you. Thank you very much.